Good morning, everybody. It's day 2 of my recovery, and things are going pretty well. I had to get connected to the IV again in the middle of the night because they needed to put antibiotics in me. I've eaten breakfast. They've had 2 different people from my surgeon's team come in and check me out, feel my abdomen and everything. And they say both of them said that everything looks exactly the way that it's supposed to be. They said the word textbook. And I said, good, I would love to be boring with this, please. Today's big goal is they want me to walk. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to have you walk 3 separate times. I'm like, wait, what? So that's going to be intense. I'm kind of concerned. But like I said, the transitions were harder than the actual movement. So I feel like it's going to be easier to walk than it will be to get up and down for the walk. They also said I should expect to have a bowel movement today, and I agree with that assessment. The trouble is that I have to have the nurse with me for the first of those, and I'm like, oh. I get it, but it's gonna be embarrassing, but I gotta go, you know? I know how much I've eaten in the past day and a half, and I'm like, this has gotta go somewhere. But it's all in the name of progress, so that's good. I managed to get some really decent sleep last night, so I'm really proud of that. Including, I'm going to get so many therapy points for this. I did not freak out when people came into my room in the middle of the night. I didn't even hear them until they were next to me, which is a really big deal for me because I have trauma associated with the sounds of footsteps approaching my room. So I was really concerned about that. Right now, I'm just trying to finish off the last of the Miralax they gave me. I want to make it easy for me to go so I don't strain those muscles or everything. I ended up accidentally eating a little too quickly this morning and did a minor choke cough kind of thing, and that did not feel great. So I agree. Let's make that pelvic floor area much easier to work with. Thanks. Just chipping away at this recovery. Teresa should be here by about noonish. Possibly one of my roommates. Not exactly sure who all is visiting me today. But I'm glad that anybody is, especially Teresa. I'm getting there. Making progress. Doing good, We'll see how it goes. In 2 days, I get the coverings removed, and that night I'll get the catheter removed. So I'll be able to actually pee. I'll have to actually pee. I have to measure how effective I am at peeing by measuring how much fluid was in my bladder before and after and all that. So that's what'll determine if I go home wearing a catheter, which I would really like to avoid for very obvious reasons. But if I have to, I have to. It's not the end of the world. It's just, I would really like to not have to do that. So we'll see what happens. I'm feeling good. I'm not in any serious pain. I can move a little bit, Like I said, we're going to walk, so we'll see how that situation changes. And we'll go from there. Day by day, hour by hour. Burst of sleep through burst of sleep. I'm really happy I slept. Seriously. It's making me feel a lot better. Okay. Later, y'all. All right, I have completed 2 laps around the hospital floor, walking. That was initially pretty intense, but I made it, did good. Started speeding up by the end, I'm getting there, making progress for sure. Just trying to have some energy and move around. It was really draining, so I'm gonna chill out for a bit. They moved me into the chair, I moved myself into the chair, which is really empowering, considering that this chair tried to kill me yesterday. I'm here, just gonna relax. I've got my comb out of my bag. I'm gonna try to fix my giant knot of hair here that's been getting progressively worse as I've done nothing to help it over the past 3 days. Just making progress. Doing good stuff. I'm gonna chill because that was hard. I'm really scared about the stairs at my house when I get home because I have to get upstairs to my room. Not to mention just the stairs to get into the building, so that's going to be interesting. But honestly, if it goes anything like that walk did, I'll be tired, but I can do it. So here's hoping. I got this. I totally got this. I'm a badass. Why do you ever question me? And there goes my watch to alert me that my heart rate's too high. Anyway, Teresa will be here in about a half an hour or so. I'm also getting visited by a different friend today. I'm really excited for that. Her girlfriend had the same surgery the same day with the same surgeon, so my goal is to sleep more than her. I'd like to win. Yeah, so next thing I'm gonna have to worry about is they're gonna take some blood from me at 12:30. I think that's probably when I'll try to go to the bathroom. They say that walking usually kind of shakes things up and makes it fall out, so I'm like, okay, good, let's do that, because that's coming, and it's gonna be a pain in the butt, so that's probably when I'll try that. So we'll go from there. Doing all right. I'm doing all right. Teresa's here. She's helped me move the tray around a bunch so I could eat lunch.
Yeah.
Got a big plate of steamed broccoli, which is...
This time we didn't accidentally steal the cover to the tray.
That was so silly. Like, you take the cover off the tray and you put it to the side, and then we forgot to, like, put it back. So the next thing I know, I get dinner and I got, like, a whole second cover for it. So I just put that cover on top of the other cover because I'm like, all goes back to the kitchen eventually.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Plus, like, I'm high. I'm not trying to screw anybody. And like you were saying, like, what am I going to do, steal the lid for a tray?
Yeah, you can't put it anywhere else.
Right? I mean, people do weird stuff, but, you know, that's a little weird even for them. I'm, like, shaky. I'm a little... right now.
Yeah.
They're putting a bunch more meds in me, including this antibiotic thing or whatever. I don't know what the heck it is. I have to Google it. But they want to check my level on that, and I was low, so they're definitely putting more in me.
Yeah.
So, you know, apparently I need to have that ready to go before they can take the dressings off, which I really want to do because I really am curious to see what I look like, even though I'm going to be all swollen and messed up.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to get to that point.
Yeah.
The thing I hate most about IVs is when they're cold. Like, they put it in your arm and it's like, ooh, it's cold.
Yeah, it's all the cold rush.
Yeah. And like the whole point of IV is that it goes very quickly through your whole body, so it just spreads. It's weird. And I had to flush the line today. I haven't had to do that yet. And I'm like, ugh. She warned me. It's a weird feeling. Not as weird as the catheter, like, gurgling, which is so weird.
Gurgle.
Yeah, no, don't like it. Don't recommend it. I'm supposed to walk a total of 3 times today. I did 1, so I'm kind of curious when they're going to come get me for the second one. They were thinking like 2 to 4 p.m. with that, and then tonight with the night nurse, who I also love. I've had good staff. They're really, they're on it. They know their stuff. They took care of me.
They're really attentive.
Yeah, really responsive too. Like, you push that button, they're in here in like 30 seconds. But the bottom of my arm apparently is pretty bruised up, according to her. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's where they're having to give me subcutaneous injections of something or other. So I'm going to have them switch to the left arm for that. Because it's in a better shape than the right. It's usually just a matter of access, because usually there's like stuff to my left. And it's like hard for them to get at it. So I always just go on the right. It's fine. And
Yeah, so just poking and prodding at the same arm.
and she keeps messing up. Like, you've done injections with me, you know how easy it is to hit my veins. That's what's happening here. It's all the bruising. Subcutaneous is hard. I don't like sub-Q. That's why I don't do it for my estrogen injections.
Yeah.
They're trickier to do.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that.
You have to like angle them and stuff, and you have to... Nah, it's not a good time, fam. The pain level, I keep getting these random like moments of like where it's like a minute long, but it's a pulsing pain that goes all the way up to like a 6 or a 7, but it goes away like really quickly. So that's really weird. and unsettling. But I'm informing them of everything like that, and they're like, "Yep, that's normal." Getting woken up this morning twice by my surgical staff and having them be like, "Yeah, no, everything looks great. This is exactly what we expected you to look like." I'm like, "Good, yeah, textbook.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's stick with that.
I don't want you to be like looking at me like,
Ooh,
what happened there?"
We've never seen this before.
You're right.
Our entire years in here.
Yep. So that's good. If you could help me, I want to show how the poison ivy is going. So you're gonna have to work the camera with that one. You're gonna have to do it like backwards.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, exactly. So just pan down to the leg there. All the way. Come on. So that's looking way better. Go down further. That's way better. So
Yeah.
they medicated me a bunch. No peeking. If I can't see it, neither can you.
Yeah. You gotta wait for that.
Yep. The big reveal will be on Monday. So,
Yeah.
and like I know I'm gonna look like I sat on a landmine, but
Yeah.
it'll be all swollen and bloody and messed up. But at least by Tuesday morning, they'll have the packing out, so I'll have like access to everything, and I shouldn't have this hard plastic in my crotch anymore.
Yeah, that makes it so you can't even close your legs.
Right, like I'm trying to walk, and it's more like a shuffle because I'm like walking side to side and like waddling because you can't like cross your legs over each other, which is good. Like obviously I need to not do that right now, but you know,
Yeah.
it's just in the way. I'm really looking forward to only being able to blame my thighs for chafing.
Yeah. And not the wound back.
Yeah. I got to look out the windows a little bit today when I was walking around and everything. It's kind of nice. You know?
Start to see more than just a view of this building.
Just the like, yeah, my view is kind of not great. It's just like another building. You know, it's fine. It's raining, and the rain is exciting to watch go down the windows. Looks very matrixy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's not exactly the most scenic view that I could have, and I don't really care about that. I'm just, you know, in this room. I want to be home.
Yeah.
I'm sick of getting poked and prodded every 2 to 3 hours. Even though I know it's necessary and like I'm being taken really good care of, I'm just like, I don't want to be hooked into these damn tubes anymore. Like I'm all hooked up and just, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go home.
Yeah.
Like I have, you know, I want to turn the page and go to the next chapter of my like
Not fast
care here, you know. But again, I'm really glad that everything's going as well as it is. You know, like I'm feeling pretty good. I'm eating well, which again is going to be a problem sooner or later.
Yeah.
They're giving me the same laxatives I was taking at home, so like
Yeah. Only a matter of
it's
time.
a good matter of time. And I do need to do that, but they want to make darn sure that I don't strain my pelvic floor muscle, which again, you don't realize exactly how you use it until you can't without pain.
Yeah.
Like getting out of bed, you don't think of it, but it's like your core muscle trying to like pitch yourself up and balance and like all of that. So that's why walking was such a challenge.
Yeah.
You were here when they did a bunch of drugs for me, so you were probably like,
Yeah.
I took, like-
They followed me in and gave you everything.
yeah, I took like 7 pills and they hooked me up to the IV and they stabbed my arm again and you were,
And they took blood.
and they took blood and you were like, that was more than they usually do. Usually it's
Yeah,
like, you know, 2
usually.
pills and like change the IV bag and like whatever, but like this was a lot.
Yeah.
So, but they're taking good care of me. They're checking everything. They're making sure I'm good. They're checking my vitals periodically. I'm still not running a fever or anything like that. So that's a really good sign. Because if that happens, it's bad. I've read some stories. Yeah, just trying to chip away at this until I can get home.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me with my hair, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
I know it was an ordeal. You're
Yeah,
not really
I'm
used
not really
to
good at it.
not really used to curly hair,
Yeah.
but it's better certainly than it was.
Yeah.
Like it was a pretty bad set of
Yeah,
knots
it's a big
before.
knot.
Trying to feel a little more human, a little less part of my hospital bed
Yeah.
or my chair today. Okay, that's all for now. I walked again.
Yeah. 3 laps.
Yeah, trying to keep increasing the difficulty level. I'm very glad I rewarded myself with chocolate chip cookies for dinner. Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, they weren't great. They were a little hard, but you know,
Yeah.
everybody's so picky about their cookies. Like,
Yeah.
oh, she has to leave in like 10 minutes, and
Yeah.
I'm just glad I didn't like come anywhere close to passing out today. That's
Yeah,
that's
you
progress in my book.
Yeah, that was a lot of progress.
Yeah, I'm having some spikes of pain like after I sit down, after I'm done walking, which makes sense because like blood flow returns and like everything shifts around. It
Yeah.
makes total sense. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
But we found some strats that work for that. They changed my bed sheets, and they haven't found a blanket for me yet, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
curious how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
But I do have temperature control for the room, so if it gets too cold, I'll just do that.
Yeah, make it warmer in here.
Yeah. I've got a sheet at least, so I'll be covered. I'm also wearing 2 hospital gowns because
Yeah.
they had to cover my ass.
Yes, he didn't flash the whole house.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, we gotta go for a walk. I'm like, my whole ass is out. I'm like, oh yeah, all right, we'll put another one on your back. I'm like, okay. So that's what this one is. This is the back one. Oh, I'm gonna miss you. Yeah. I'll see you again Monday though,
Yeah,
and that'll
see
be
you
the
Monday.
big reveal day.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that because I want to see what the
Yeah.
hell I look like.
It'll be way before your sitting hours, so.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So progress is progress, right?
Progress is wonderful.
Yeah, you're wonderful. All right, that's enough of that. Hey y'all, I'm back in my bed. I just got myself up and did 5 laps around the floor of the hospital. Starting to feel a little more confident in my abilities, but then I had to plug the wound vac back in and I gave up. Bending down is one of those things I cannot do right now. It feels like having a frisbee, like underwear shaped, shoved into your crotch. Like you literally can't put your legs together at all. Like you're constantly stuck at this like 10-degree open angle. It's really weird. Because there's a wound vac on it, like doing its job. It's just really tricky to like move like that because you can't really like walk. You have to like kind of waddle because your legs don't come together at all. So you're not chafing against your legs, you're chafing against the like plastic, and there's like soft coverings around it. It's really not so bad. Like it doesn't hurt, you know? Yeah, so the pain really hits when you get back, when you try to move up or down sitting because you're using those pelvic muscles and all that. Yeah, so definitely making progress. I'm getting there, you know? I'm gonna have to summon the nurse at some point to replug this thing in. So I'm sure an alarm will go off before it dies. Right now I want to get the lights situated because this is too bright for me. I want to try to get settled in for sleep. I'm very tired. And I know it's only like... What time is it? Come on, watch. It's only 8:40, but I'm really tired. Really tired. So I'm gonna get situated for tonight. That's why I went directly into bed. I'm not messing with that chair anymore today. I've had enough of the chair. I know I need all this stuff still, but I really want all these darn tubes out of me. I want to be back in my own bed. I want to go home. I know I sound like such a baby. I know I need the support and all that, and it's still not done. There's still plenty I have to do. But I just am so tired of having to use a catheter and like be chained to all these machines and stuff, and it's just not fun. Again, I know fully that I absolutely do need all of this stuff. You know, the only reason I'm functional right now is because of all this stuff, all these tubes in me and everything. But it is getting irritating. I want to take all this off. I wanted to take the IV out the second they put it in me. Again, it's still not even connected to anything, so it's annoying. I shoved the tube under my ID wristband because it keeps flopping around and getting in the way, and that makes it a little easier to work with. That's why I had to have Teresa help me with my hair, because I was trying to run my hands through it and it kept getting caught on the stupid IV. And the tape on the IV is going to have to be replaced at some point because it's coming off my hand completely. So it's no longer stable. So I'm going to have to go over that at some point. Oh, I should have brushed my teeth. I guess I still could. I haven't been able to since I got here because like that's really far away, and I could have done it into like a cup or something here, but I didn't want to do that. Oh, my toothbrush is in my backpack. They give me one here, but I want to use my own toothbrush. I don't know. I'm trying. You know, it's hard. Really hard. I'm getting there. Okay, I've decided to set a goal for myself, and this is like not on my like to-do list for my surgeon at all. I'm going to get up again, and I'm going to brush my teeth. And that'll be the first time I've been able to do that since I got here. And that's going to be tricky because it requires me to move this tray out of the way, get up, walk over to the closet, dig through my backpack, find my toothbrush. If I have to bend down, this is all over because I can't bend down. If I can't do that, I'll just use the toothbrush they provided me. It's just a manual toothbrush, but it's totally available and accessible, so I'll go for that. Then I have to hobble over to the bathroom and actually brush my teeth and then get back. I think I'm gonna try for it. So we'll see. I just hope I don't pass out. I'm really shaky. I'm gonna try. We'll see how it goes. I think I'll just feel a little bit more human, you know? Just something, a little extra. Mission accomplished with some help. Definitely needed the help, but I did all the major components myself. I got plugged back in after that, so I'm good. I'm really proud of myself for that. My teeth are clean. It's a little thing, but it helps so much, you know? I don't have to wear the compression things on my legs tonight because I did so much walking around today, which is precisely why I did so much walking around today. One less thing to make this easier, you know? I'm really proud of myself today. Come a long way. I was just walking around thinking like the whole time, this is how I get out of here. And like, I said to the nurse, I'm like, listen, don't think I don't love y'all, but I don't want to be here anymore. I'm really looking forward to a shower too. It's gonna be nice. I have to wait till Monday for that one. Yep, I'm back in bed, all situated, ready for the night. You have to wake me up in about, what time is it? It's about 9:50. You have to wake me up in a few hours to give me more meds. That's fine by me. You know, I've been waking up every 2 to 3 hours all night for the past 2 or 3 nights, and I'm good. I can do that now. That's a skill I did not know I possessed, but I'm really relieved that I do. They put more tape over this because it keeps coming undone. I don't think it's going to quite do the trick, but it should be enough to get me through. I use my hands a lot, so I imagine that's the problem. Yeah, teeth are brushed. Accomplishment. Achievement unlocked. Maybe soon I'll wash my face. Do some of my normal stuff. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm gonna call it a night. Had a really busy day. It's really hard. I know all I did was really like get up and walk and like brush my teeth, but when it hurts to get up, you have to think about it a little bit more before you do stuff, you know? Still really proud of myself. I'm gonna ride that high for a little bit. Get some Cheerios in the morning. Got to set my my breakfast up. The muffin was good. I want to do the muffin again. It's a good sign that I'm thinking about food. Yeah. Okay. Good night, y'all.